Welcome, and here's a repair video. With RC airplanes, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when they're going to break. So with the Ubisoft C-147B Paladin, we're going to show you how to put it back together again with two-part epoxy, which you can get at any local department store or hobby shop. And we're going to show you how to take the plane apart, replace broken parts, even fix what's here. Right now we had a crash landing, the engine is broken, the wing came off, the fuselage is separated, the rudder is bent, the wing panel is bent. So let's go over what we have to do to put this back together again. First step, we're going to take the wing off, number one. So we're going to remove the top of the wing. Take the two screws out, flip the wing over, and you'll notice there's a receiver and two wires that connect to the motors. Disconnect motor wires. Set the body aside. Let's look at the wing. The panel is broken. The motor is been bent and it has broken away from the harness. The first thing we want to do is remove the screw from the motor. Once the screw is removed, the engine will come out. Turn the wing over. This is the mounting bracket and it is broken. Normally it is connected right to the harness. So here's how we're going to repair this. The first thing we're going to do, make a little room. Our first set is to put the motor back together again. We're going to use a two-part 5-minute epoxy. I'm showing this in real time so that you can see exactly what's taking place. We're going to put some resin down. We're going to put some hardener down. We're going to take a little stick, mix it up. And the great thing about the epoxy is we can bond back together just about anything that's broken on this airplane. So let the epoxy sit for about 30 seconds. Let's take a look at our wing assembly. The first thing we want to do is put this top plate back through. Even though it's broken here, the epoxy will secure it back in place. So this is number one. Take the epoxy, push the plate back through. And by the way, if you get the epoxy on your hands, you can use regular isopropyl alcohol to clean your hands and get it off. Preferably, I would use a glove when doing this. Turn the wing over. Let's take the motor and we're going to put epoxy on the bottom of the motor assembly. With our finger holding the plate, we're going to line the motor, push it in, and we're going to put this little tiny screw that we took out before right back in place again. Here we go. Again, we're doing this real time, so just like I'm having a little issue putting the screw in, you may also. There we go. Screw is in. We tighten the screw up. Make sure everything is in line. And the top is set up, the bottom's in, and we're going to hold it for 1 minute. That's all you need. It's 5-minute epoxy, but because the foam, this is EPO foam, generates heat, it helps cure the epoxy even faster. So After the epoxy is cured, we turn it over and we run the wire for the motor assembly. Now, our wing section and motor is back together again. With a little bit of epoxy I have left, I have a bent wing panel. We can take the wing panel, because it's EPO foam, we can straighten it back out again. We can put a little epoxy on either end of the wing assembly and push it right back together again. So now, while the wing assembly is curing and drying, we'll set it right here, let's look at the tail. The rudder came off, it is bent, we straightened it out. Our epoxy, we have a little bit of epoxy left, we put it on the bottom and put our rudder back in place again. Now our rudder is secure. The only thing we have left to do is join the tail section back together again, because it popped loose on impact. Here's our receiver. This is your whole receiver. This is for the left and the right engine, and this is for the battery. This wire goes back to the elevator servo. So I'm going to fish this wire through the airplane, put it in, let it go right on through. Use a screwdriver to help get it through there. There we go. So now I have the receiver sitting in this square right here, nice and tight. The wires coming through the back of the airplane. I will connect that and making sure the black and the brown are connected together. And now I'm going to reassemble my tail section. If for any reason that tail section broke loose, I could take some 5-minute epoxy and push it around the foam adhesive. So let's do that. Let's take our 5-minute epoxy, take our resin, put a little bit down, take our hardener, let's mix it up. And what's nice is you're watching this repair in full time. No time delay, no special effects. What you see is exactly what's taking place. This is a very easy plane to put back together again. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the epoxy around the inside of the white this time. In addition to the rubber foam as a gasket, we're going to put the epoxy right around here. So let's do that. Let's put the epoxy right around here. Put a little bit on the outside. This way if we crash again, it'll come off very easily. Put your wire inside. And we're going to let it cure. Now, the only thing left to do is basically get our wing with these two connectors connecting here. Once that's complete, we're done. This plane's back together and ready to fly. Let it cure. Take a few more minutes to let it cure. So we'll let that sit there. While it's curing, this is your wire for the battery. Make sure you push it all the way through so that the wire comes out on the bottom. Okay. Let's get our wing assembly together. We're going to connect the red to red and the red over here to this connector. So watch how I'm going to do this. Turn the plane upside down. And I'm going to connect the left connector. I'm going to connect the right connector. the plane together. Our 2 screws. And in this video, we have repaired the right wing, replaced the motor, straightened out the rudder, and applied epoxy to the tail section. This plane's all set to go back again, ready to fly. Good to go with your 5-minute epoxy, a stick to mix it with, and a little patience. I did it fast, but I wanted to show you that it can go back together again and it's all set to fly. Good luck.